Hey guys, loud guys. Today we are going to watch America is Declining Rapidly by Neil deGrasse Tyson. So Neil deGrasse Tyson is someone that I have been watching a lot on shorts, YouTube shorts, like when I scroll through, because he tells a very good informative
Who is
thing.
Neil Tyson?
So he's a scientist and he is very good at telling people, science in a very easy way.
Oh.
Normally, like science, what they say is it is rocket science. It is very hard to understand. Things are very complicated. But he makes you understand it such a simple words that you understand each and everything. Like about the distances, about all the galaxies and everything. So now he's going to tell us like America is declining rapidly. And why is that?
Declining means what?
It is going down.
Down. Oh.
do
In
you
what
think
way?
that? I don't know. Because
I know the meaning of declining.
So that is why I also don't know that why is America going down, because we think America is going up.
Of course.
But he's saying it is going down. So let's see what is there in this video. So let's start the
Video.
This was the future in 1988, right?
Oh.
This is drawn in the 1950s, in 60s, thinking about the 1960s, thinking about the
America will look in
1980s.
1980.
They
Let's
thought
take a
the
close
world
look
will
at
look
what's
like
going
this.
on in America. I think we
in
have
that
fear of
picture
numbers.
We saw that, flying cars.
For example, okay,
Math.
here goes one.
Math.
Maybe it's not fear, maybe it's ignorance of numbers. Okay.
360 degrees. It's back to zero only.
That's why it's written math.
Science illiteracy is rampant in our culture.
Oh, he's
I'm not telling. I've changed my views 360. If you don't remember what 360 degrees is, it is that, okay?
Back to the same
Now, I wonder, maybe the congressperson did do that. Exactly. Maybe they're just trying to fool you. Maybe they're trying to make you think they changed their mind, but they did not. Okay? I'd have more respect for them lying with correct math. Okay? But I'm pretty sure he was telling the truth with math ignorance. Half the schools in the district are below average. That's kind of what an average sort of is, right? About half below. That's kind of what, not exactly maybe, but pretty much so. Technically, that would be, what would that be? The median, technically, but still. What the journalist probably meant to say was half the schools are below standards or below grade level, but they said below average, which meant they were mathematically illiterate. If that were actually true, something would be wrong with the state of mathematics. Here's one, a little more subtle. 80% of airplane crash survivors had studied the locations of the exit doors on takeoff. So you say, well, I'm going to study where the exit doors are. Because I want to be in that 80%. That's a good percentage to be in, isn't it? That's good. So, but think about this. Wait, what's about it? So think about, so here, let me just posit a question to you. Suppose 100% of the dead people study the locations of the exit doors on takeoff. You would never know because they're dead.
Yes.
Right? So this statistic
is good.
basically meaningless to act upon. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. This one, you get this a lot. The state lottery is a tax on the poor. We've heard this. Because poor people spend a disproportionate fraction of their income on state lotteries. Does Washington have a state lottery? Every state has. But really, I don't think of it this way. I think of it as the state lottery is a tax on all those people who never did well in their math class. That's how I think about it. How about buildings? You go into buildings. 80% of all buildings.
You know why he's saying that like state lotteries are so bad?
A 13th floor.
No, it's because that state lotteries are, or the lotteries in general, are very low in probability. Like you of winning the chance, because people think, okay, if I put the money, I might win it.
You
Everybody.
should not completely rely on that. Like, for a whole
There is
life.
no way you can rely on that because there is less chance. Like there is more chance of you getting hit by lightning,
Ah.
rather than a chance of getting a lottery. So it's so less of a chance. But people still just like to gamble a lot.
It's hope that leads them.
Yes.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. I feel like going into all these elevators with a Sharpie, crossing out the floor, putting it, and saying, that's the 13th floor. You're not fooling anybody. This is 21st century America, and we have people afraid of the number 13.
What?
And what happens when you get to lobby and then you go to floors below the lobby? What do they call them?
UG.
B for basement, SB, sub SB,
B,
B.
UG.
Can I buy a vowel, please? Like, what are you
Okay,
doing
okay.
there? We have perfectly good nomenclature for going below the lobby level. They're called negative numbers, okay?
-1,
We know
-2.
how to
yeah.
do this. It is well understood. But of course, this is America. There is a place in the world that has negative numbers. Oh, it's in Germany. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Germany?
by the way, is this a science museum? No, it's a history museum.
History museum.
Germany.
In India also we have -1, -2.
That's a closer look in case you missed it. Okay? There's also bad physics.
Bad physics.
All right? Now, this illustration requires an explanation.
What is happening? It's like a porn
This is
video
an
star.
ad for Holiday Inn.
Threesome.
Now, admittedly, this is Holiday Inn England rather than Holiday Inn America. But Holiday Inn is an American company. Now, this is an ad for a new marketing plan where you can have what they're calling bed warmers
Bed warmers?
pre-warm your bed for you before you go to sleep at night.
What that
Huh?
means?
How?
Okay, so now,
Like this?
so the people on either side are the bed warmers. Now,
Sign me
of
up.
course, he's looking at her and not him. Just interesting fact there. But this is a thermodynamically pointless exercise. Because the only way you're going to get the body heat from those two people is if they are naked in your bed.
Ah, true.
But for reasons of sanitation, they are not only fully clothed, they are fully insulated.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you're insulated, your heat is not coming out.
Yeah.
It stays within all of your clothing, so they are not heating the bed
Oh.
at all. Whoever thought this up never took Physics 101.
But this is
If
common
they
sense, I
did,
guess.
then these two people would be naked.
But then it would not be on this page.
I got another one.
Different page.
Is there any Bayer, the Bayer Corporation, do they have plants out here? No? Good, okay. This is an ad from Bayer, where they are boasting that they send their scientists into the schools to help out. So, Bayer employees volunteer in a hands-on, inquiry-based program, making science make sense, to help kids develop a lasting passion for science. You're on. Try to get them interested. Now, first of all, they've got a black kid and a woman. Like, apparently these are the problem cases that you got to get interested. Like, how about the white kid with the tattoo who just got off the motorcycle? Where's he? Okay? But, okay, so these are the problem kids. Okay? The woman and the black kid. All right, let's see what we're trying to get them interested in. Try to get them interested in why lighter things fall faster than heavier things.
What?
Oh. What?
Really?
That's a tough one, huh? It's tough because that doesn't happen in this universe.
Of course, heavier things fall faster.
Ah.
Yes, they would finally fix the ad.
And then?
You're on. Try to get them interested in why lighter things fall as fast as heavier things. That's the Galilean experiment. But what's clear is that that previous ad was written by somebody. Nobody caught the error. It was typeset. It was laid out. It was printed. No one caught the error. Nobody in the entire chain of command, from the first person who composed it to the copy editor of the magazine ad. So what's clear is that that whole chain of people are the ones who should be in this photo, and not these two kids.
Nice. Fear of physics.
The American Physical Society meets, it's a sort of my professional physics organization, and choose a city. Occasionally, this one time we met in Las Vegas, but this is what happened here.
Physicists in town, lowest casino take ever. Huh?
Vegas asked them never to return to the city. We're talking about America, people.
Bad
engineering. What is this? Okay, levees broke in New Orleans, 2005. If you read accounts of this, they say, oh, Katrina came in.
Flooding.
Hurricane Katrina, bad hurricane. Excuse me, pause, back up. Do you know Katrina was category 5 in the Gulf? On landfall, it was category 3. It had already passed over New Orleans. People were sweeping up some of the broken branches in the street. Then the levees broke. The city survived the hurricane just fine. What it is they didn't survive was faulty engineering. That was the problem in 2005. And I submit to you that you look at these images and people hoping to get rescued from their rooftops, and you ask yourself, what country is this? Some of us who are old enough, we used to see film loops of third world countries where you see an absence of infrastructure, people towing, their belongings with an ox through mud. And you say, oh, that's the third world. We live in America. What
It happens in
country
India
is
sometimes.
this? In the middle of Manhattan, a steam pipe explodes. People died. Steam? Don't we know how to move steam from one place to another? Wait a minute, we're actually still using steam? What? Okay. I'm not going far back in time to get these stories. Bridge collapses. I-35, Minnesota.
In America, bridge collapsed.
Bridge collapsed? You go through Europe, there's still bridges standing from the Roman Empire. We can't put a bridge over that, all right?
In India,
It's not
they
a
fall
river,
a
this
lot.
is a brook, all right?
Not now.
What?
But still do. Rare, but still.
Very
What country is this?
What
Let's go to Los Angeles. Trains collide.
LA.
People get hurt. Some people
Trains
die.
collide.
You think we would have figured this one out. A train comes this way, you don't send another train the opposite direction on the same track. That would be like commandment number 1. All right, Railroads 101. A crane collapsed. Back in New York, a crane collapsed. What, you can't hold up a crane? What country is this? Hurricanes come.
Galveston.
We say, run! Now, here's what's interesting. I think these people already know about this, okay? So, this is useless information to all these people. Now, here's what happens. If you don't have scientists and engineers in your midst, when a hurricane comes or some kind of a natural disaster, your first thought is stockpile food and run. But if you're an engineer or a scientist and the disaster's coming, you say, how can I avert that disaster? I foresee a day where a hurricane forms in the Gulf. You put in some kind of apparatus that taps the energy of that hurricane, and that energy drives the electricity of the city that would otherwise be destroyed by the hurricane had it continued to go through. That's the kind of thinking that needs to go on in this world.
Yes, actually. People need to understand more and calm down.
What country is this? I'm not going far back in time here. This is, yesterday's news.
Oil spill.
What country are we living in? There's more what's going on. Profound science illiteracy in this country. Here's a book that I read before I came here. I read it in its entirety. I heeded its advice.
Asian adoption.
I wanted to make sure I showed up for you this evening. So someone has to write this book. An editor says, hey, that's a good idea for a book. A publisher publishes it, they put it on the shelf, and then people buy it.
I think so they put it because they want people to
How
just
about
buy
this
it.
one? And this, I just won.
They know
How to
it's not
survive
right.
2012.
How to
Tactics
survive
and survival
2012.
places for the coming poll.
You remember
shift.
2012?
Ah.
The world was
Pole
going to
shift?
end.
Where did
And,
they get that from? I don't-
Same for 2025 maybe.
Who said
Assumptions
that?
are
End of the
there.
world?
I've heard
In
that.
there is the Mayan calendar.
Nobody
Because clearly the Mayans knew more about astrophysics than any of us do today. Clearly. And wait a minute. Next Saturday. Whoa, next Saturday. Whoa.
Huh?
What?
Judgment Day.
What is Judgment Day? Is that
Judgment Day will occur.
What
Oh,
country
Judgment
is
Day.
this?
Qayamat ka din. Like
What
everything will end.
millennium is this?
May 21.
So what's interesting is
2011.
originally they said the world was going to end May 21st, but then it was revised, and so apparently the 21st is only Judgment Day. So Jesus is coming on the 21st, and I'm guessing that he's really pissed. Okay, so at human beings.
Where is
so
Jesus?
5 months later is the asserted end of the world, as evidenced right here. The end of the world, and there's not much sand
October 21st.
left in that
Oh.
clock. You can translate this into any language. There's an audio reading of this, and you can get the printer-friendly PDF version of this account.
What things we used to believe
What
in, no?
country is this?
The world is going to end.
I'll show you where this. Answering the question: did human beings, as we know them, develop from an earlier species of animals? This is simply evolution by natural selection.
Yeah.
So if you're this, so this is countries ranked, sort of Western countries and countries that are otherwise developed by the modern use of that word. So if you're this sort of the green bar, it
Okay,
means
yes means believe.
yes to that question, which means that you're convinced by evolution. If you're this sort of amber
I believe in it.
bar
You
on the
believe
right,
in
it
it?
means
Evolution.
no. And if you're the
We came
white in
from
between,
animals.
it means you're unsure. So America's got to be up there somewhere. No, Iceland, Denmark, Sweden, France, Japan,
America
Britain,
is not
Norway,
there?
Belgium, Spain, Germany, Italy, Netherlands.
India would also
Hungary,
not be there.
Luxembourg,
No,
Iceland,
maybe.
Slovenia, Finland, Czech Republic, Estonia, Portugal, Malta, Switzerland, Slavic Republic,
Maybe for India.
Poland, Austria, Croatia, Romania, Greece,
Oh,
Bulgaria,
there is
Lithuania,
USA.
Latvia,
There
Cyprus,
is USA.
United States of America. Edging out
50%.
Turkey by a nose. There it is.
Oh.
What country is this?
this?
Maybe we should just move back to the caves. Let's analyze it a little further. Here's a map.
America is declining.
This map has the area of each country apportioned according to their surface area
Continents
on the
move.
globe, which means it's a normal map.
Continents have been
Okay.
moved.
So,
Yes, they have been, yes.
no, so what's...
But in millions
what-
of years.
Millions
What's
of
in,
years.
so what we're about to do is morph the area of each country according to how much peer-reviewed science research is conducted in that country.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that. So this is a measure of who's doing the most science
Okay.
in the
Oh.
world. Some
USA
countries
should
will
be there.
shrink
China.
relative to that area you see
China
here.
should be
Others
up
will
there.
expand depending on how active they are in science.
Okay.
So,
So
let's check out
The size will change.
what happens when we
Boom.
do this.
Oh, okay. America
Whoa,
is
United
doing
States is sitting fat and pretty there, I'd say.
India is also
That's
there.
America.
Very small.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wait, what's that big purple region away? Whoa,
Yeah,
what is
China.
that?
No.
What's that purple?
What is purple?
Whoa.
What?
What country is that?
What country is that?
Japan, kicking major science
Japan.
butt on the
Oh,
map
God,
right there.
Japan.
Oh, they are doing so much work.
One of the great
see?
tragedies is Africa shrinking to nothing in area on this chart. Compared with the area it actually occupies in the world, that is a modern day tragedy right there, given the natural resources that are prevalent within it. Europe is huge. They split formerly Eastern Europe, that's in blue, from Western Europe, that's in those shades of pink. So, and there you have Brazil. That's the aerospace industry kicking in there. All right, you look at this, you say, hey, we're doing pretty good. Tyson, what are you complaining about?
Yeah.
Okay?
We're doing good.
Okay? This is the wrong map.
Huh?
What you want to look at is not how much science is going on. No. You want to look at the change in how much science is going on from the year 2000 to 2010. That's the trend line.
Increase.
That is the future of the world. Compare the difference in published research papers in all sciences between 2000 and 2010. And you get this.
Oh, America is so small now. But Japan
Europe
is still
even
big.
bigger.
Europe
Japan
is
is even bigger. China is huge.
Very big.
Africa is even smaller. This is the changing landscape of the world. As everyone else understands the value of innovative investments in science and technology in ways that we do not, we slowly fade. This is the fading that worried me when Russia says, oh, you guys want to join us for a mission that will save your West Coast?
Oh.
You say, well, sure, we got our space program. We lead the world in space. How about space?
Wow.
We've got some faulty memory going on. One of them is
Man,
that
now
we're
I
space
also believe America
pioneers.
is declining.
Ah.
That's a faulty memory. Okay? Yuri Gagarin was launched into orbit 50 years ago, April 12th. Okay? We all know that. Did you know, however, that he, and I tweeted this, by the way, he was the fourth mammal to achieve this feat.
Fourth mammal.
After dogs, guinea pig, and mice.
Mice.
Then we sent a human, they're all Russian, a Russian dog, Laika, guinea pig and mice, then Yuri Gagarin. So let's look at the full list. Dogs, in order, dogs, guinea pigs, mice, Russian human, chimpanzee, American human. Does that sound like we're pioneers here? We come behind Russian mice. The Russians did all this first.
Oh.
They came up with the rocket
formula.
formula, for goodness
Lots of
sake.
firsts are there.
This is the
First
formula that
satellite,
tells
first
you
animal,
that
first
most of the
human.
fuel
First
in your
woman,
rocket
First black person.
that's
Black
yet
person?
to be burned
Russia has black person?
requires fuel
First
to
land
lift
on
it to a place so that you can later on burn it.
Oh, they did
That's
everything.
why the
First land on
Saturn V
Mars.
rocket, 32 stories
Russia
tall,
was very-
the astronauts
First
in it, up a
spacewalk.
little bitty, bitty, and all the rest is a bomb, basically. All right?
Oh my god. He's spitting facts or what?
Yes.
First satellite, first animal, first human, first woman, first black person in space, first to land on the moon with the
Armstrong?
robots, first lunar rover. They photographed the far side of the moon, Earthrise from the moon, Venus, Mars, spacewalk. Now we have a few firsts. We have a couple. First space docking, first to land on the moon. We crossed the asteroid belt first. First to achieve hyperbolic velocity that escapes the solar system. Okay, but still, this is hardly what you would call pioneering.
How did you like his training? Like his way of telling you?
He is, very, smooth person. While he was talking, he was not babbling anything. It was very smooth. And the people who talk slow, I'm really, really impressed by them. And he explained everything. And now, we have reacted on videos that America is doing this and their weapons and their advancement. But after watching this video, I'm totally shocked that what is actually happening.
And he revealed it all. He said that America is not that ahead and how we believe on things in maths, in physics. He tried to cure them all. He showed that how, even those books like how to fight an alien. How do we even know? We don't even know there is an
It's
alien.
not
Who is
proved.
there?
Huh.
No,
Is it proved?
it's not proved, of course not. But yes, we don't even know anything about alien. So if he comes, what we will do? So there is a book about it, and people have even read it. So it just shows like people are into misinformation.
He just broke the misconceptions of the people, maybe.
And also like the thing about like America is the pioneer in space
It's a
programming.
bit hard to digest. If I'm imagining I'm an American, this is like really hurting that we are living like in a bubble that America is this and America is that. But most first have Soviet Union.
Yes, even I was thinking the same. I thought America is mostly in moon landing and everything. I knew there were 1-2 things that Russia was good at, but not all the things. There were so many things. So what did you guys think about this video? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share and
Subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.